Hey guys, it's Amy with aim.to.plan, and today I am here with the third video in my mini series on how to Frankenplan. So this is the third video in my How to Frankenplan in the Happy Planner system, and in this video I'll be talking about one of the more popular methods for Frankenplanning, and that's the Transformer Planner. Now I didn't come up with that name. It was actually a name that honestly I don't remember who initiated or originated the term, but it is like something that has just kind of taken over the Happy Planner field, the Happy Planner world by storm. And so a lot of people do use the Transformer Planner system. Now, I will put it out there that I am not a fan of the Transformer Planner system for really two reasons. One, it makes my planner very heavy, especially if I'm using multiple planners, which I do use multiple planners. And then two, I just feel like as you add more covers to the disc, they start like bulking up or like creating like funny edges, and it's harder to kind of maneuver and use the system. I do think that the Transformer Planner is really good if you're only planning to combine like 2 or 3 planners, but I use 8 planners, and 8 planners in the Transformer system is just too many. So if you're using just a smaller amount of planners, it works really well. If you're using multiple planners, I would not necessarily recommend it. And that's just my personal opinion. You guys can make your own decision. And so let me just go ahead and throw out there. One, there's really no right method for anyone. So as I've already kind of implied, I think that you really should use and try out, experiment with all of these systems and see the ones that will work best for you. There might be a system that works better for you that just doesn't work for me personally. And everyone's going to be a little bit different. That's one of the beauties of the Happy Planner system. It's customizable. You can experiment and change up, and if you don't like it, change back. There's nothing about this that has to be permanent. And secondly, with this system, there involves multiple pieces and lots of things that you have to have for the system, and I don't recommend that you go out and buy a bunch of stuff. Okay, use what you've already got. And in fact, one of the ways that I'll do this, although I'm showing you where I'm using different discs and different covers, you do not have to do that at all. Okay, so let me just go ahead and jump right into it. Let's talk about first, what is Frankenplanning. Frankenplanning at the very simplest form is where you combine multiple planners into one planner. The Transformer Planner is unique in that what you do for each of these different planners is, instead of sectioning them off with dividers or dashboards or some other method, what you section them off with is going to be actual covers. And this is again part of the fun of the disc-bound system. You'll see this in action as I put together this Transformer Planner. Okay, so you will see here that the very first thing that I've got is a set of covers and one set of discs. So that's what you will need to start off this Transformer Planner. You will need one set of discs and multiple covers. Again, you don't have to buy new covers for this system. In my second method, I did talk about how I personally do leave everything on the original planners, and I would put even in that video that you don't have to buy new covers or new dividers. If you really wanted to pull it off, one of your planners off its rings and or off the discs, and just kind of like leave that planner stored somewhere else, you can certainly do that. I really shouldn't have advocated for like a brand new planner or like a brand new cover disc kind of setup, but I feel like that just works better for me, just because I can store the planners a little bit easier. But you can actually just pull the planners right off, and I'll show you what that looks like right now. Let me use this planner. So this is my faith planner. I can choose to use just this system, and in fact I will do that for the purposes of this video. And so what I have here was like just another set of covers and discs, but you don't have to do that at all. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just use this as the base for my Transformer Planner. What I can do is here, if I'm choosing only to leave a certain amount of my faith planner in here, I can pull some of it out, just binder clip it together, or use a Ziploc bag. If you have like the gallon size, the freezer gallon size bags, Happy Planner pages fit in there perfectly. And you can just zip it up, put it on the shelf, and just pull it out as you need to. I personally, again, I don't like to do that. I like to be able to reference past and future months, just in case there's something that's going on and I want to like note it in the future. I just want to be able to access it a little bit easier. So I do leave it on its original system, but you don't have to do that at all. And then what I'm going to do here for the Transformer Planner The way I like to do it is to flip it like this, right? So that way I know that this is basically like one planner, and I'll flip it this way, and in fact flip it so that way it's right here, and I'm going to take the second component. I'm just doing only one other for the purposes of this video. I'm going to pull off the dividers, the covers here. And again, like I could store it just like this, but I don't like to store without like on the shelf without the covers. So this is again why I use like a different set of covers, but you can certainly do this, or you could take it off the rings altogether and store it in a Ziploc bag. And then what I do is then take the covers, and it has to go like this. Okay, so it's going to be basically where when you lay it out, you can see the front and then the back, right? So I'm going to put it right here. And you can see here that this one is the front of one, and this is the back of another, okay? And so that's kind of the order where it will go. And it will make sense when you put on the covers, that's the way that you do it. And then what you do is, if you flip it like that, you can see it basically looks like it's like its own cover, right? And then what you do is open this section, and this is where your pages go, okay? And so let me, again, for my wellness planner, I'm using outdated wellness layout pages that look like this. Again, just like in my previous video, I don't advocate like putting multiple months on there. I just feel like, you know, the purpose of the Frankenplanner is to be able to document everything, and I just don't necessarily need to document anything 6 months out. If you do, and you just need all of those extra months, then certainly do that. I'm just saying that I don't need to do that. If I have a future month, I just put it in my phone, honestly, to be totally frank with you. I realized there was a random sticker there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So this is what it looks like. All right, and again, there's no dividers here like in the previous video. Here, it's just going to be covers. So this is the cover for one section, and when I flip it open, it's going to be my wellness section. It's actually my wellness cover and my wellness section. For this system, because you're using covers, you can certainly do the dividers. And this is one of the benefits of using the Transformer Planner. You can keep all of your dividers, all of the monthly spreads. So that is a benefit. So if you are including multiple months in here, or if you really need the monthly spread for these sections, then this could be something that works well for you. So you can put that in there. Again, I don't use monthly dividers for really any planner except for my memory book. So that's the only one that needs the divider. So that's there. And so this is the section. Now, I'm working in the wellness section here, and this is why it's called the Transformer Planner. I decide to go to my faith planner. So I flip here, and you can see what I just did. I basically flipped it so that way now it looks like a faith planner. And then when I open it up, it's my faith section. All right, and again, here I'm using outdated horizontal pages. And so I can close it up, and it looks like my faith planner. Or if I choose to do so, I can flip to the next set of dividers, which you can kind of like feel here, and switch it over so that way it's my wellness section. And this works, obviously, I feel like a lot better with fewer planners on here. So like right here, just with this, of course I have like all of my faith planner in here. I didn't take any out, but if I took it out, then even with like multiple sections, you will start to get a little bit bulky. And again, like one of the reasons why I personally don't use the Transformer Planner, you can kind of, well, I don't know if you can or not, but I can feel the difference. Like right here, even with the small section right here, the cover sticks out a little bit. And so once you start putting like 6 or 7 or 8 different planners in there, it starts like to develop like this curve around the discs, just because of the nature of the discs, right? So it just is something where I don't necessarily like the feel of that. I want it to be a little bit more aligned. And having only one set of covers really does that for me. So having multiple covers just means that, I mean, it's definitely fun. I love doing the Transformer Planner, especially with just 1 or 2 planners. But doing it for 8, which is what I'm using right now, is just, for me, not that feasible. But I love the system. I really wish I could incorporate it more, honestly. It's so much fun to be able to use all of these covers that I have, right? But that's the system. I think that's just a really awesome method of doing it. Again, I personally don't use it, but I have used it before. I just don't prefer this method. I do prefer the second method that I talked to you about in the previous video, but everyone has a different method that works for them. So I encourage you to try all of them and see if there's a specific method that works the best for you. Go for it. There's no right or wrong here. None of these systems are like the perfect fit for every single person, okay? And so that's just the overarching message, I hope, is that there are multiple ways of doing it, because multiple ways of doing it means that, you know, some work for some people and some work for other people. That's just how it works. If it worked for everyone, there'd really only be one option, right? So that is this video, and that's actually the end of this series. If there are other kind of how-tos or questions that you have about the Happy Planner system, feel free to ask me. I am more than happy to develop videos or visuals or some kind of walkthrough to help you through some of this. I just find that the reason I did this series was I get so many questions about Frankenplanning, and I see so many questions about it. So I thought this video would be really helpful to kind of explain some of the methods that are out there. And if there's a method that I missed, just let me know. I called it a 3-video series, but it could be an 8-video series. There might be some methods that I have not personally used that you are using in your Frankenplanning system that works out for you. So let me know in the comments below if there's some other method that you have used that I haven't talked about in this 3-video series. And I hope you enjoyed this video and the other videos in this Frankenplanning series. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. I'm really looking forward to creating more like teachable content or like instructional content for my channel. So be sure to subscribe if you're interested in just learning about the Happy Planner system and the functionality of it. So that's my goal for 2021, is to create more like instructional videos. So if you're looking forward to that, subscribe. And until the next video, you guys have a good one.